On this episode of Three Black Guys with the Mic, it's our 1-year anniversary. So we recap the last 52 episodes of Three Black Guys with the Mic. Plus we talk about Cam'ron and Mase, John Conyers, and much more. All on this episode of Three Black Guys with the Mic.
First of all, let me tell you something. Lamont is just full of
Sometimes my mama said, when you don't have nothing nice to say, you should be quiet.
People say that Stephen A. is a coon. You agree with that? Everybody got quiet on that one? Okay. Go ahead.
Rudy Giuliani practices voodoo. So he put a voodoo hex on my girl, Hillary, and that's why she got woozy. And the Secret Service had to prop her up and put her in the van.
But take us to a break, my dude.
It was voodoo, son.
I don't know about that voodoo.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is Three Black Guys with a Mic. Welcome to another episode of Matter of fact, welcome to the episode of Three Black Guys with the Mic. The 52nd episode of Three Black Guys with the Mic. The 1-year anniversary of Three Black Guys with the Mic. They said we wouldn't be here. They didn't want us to have a podcast. They didn't want us to go 52 episodes, so we went 52 episodes. Maynard is here, Lamont is here, Spud is here. Maynard, let's start with you. We 52 episodes deep. How you feeling about Three Black Guys with the Mic?
I feel great. I feel marvelous, just marvelous. Let me say this. My father's listening. He wanted to know why in the intro it sounds as if I say something negative about Lamont. And I just realized for 52 weeks, people are thinking that I said that Lamont was full of something, but they never heard the whole thing. And I had to explain to my father that I said Lamont was full of sugar and spice and everything nice.
You know what? First of all, I need to give a shout out to Papa Scales. I appreciate you looking out for me, sir. Because sometimes your son is just, you probably heard it right. I didn't really get the sugar and spice and everything nice, man.
Yeah, I don't think you do. I don't think you got when sugar and spice comes up, it doesn't go, dude. It doesn't.
Not at all. So shout out to Papa Scales. We appreciate that. Appreciate you, sir.
But nah, man. I mean, that's what I said, and I'm standing by it. Unless you have audio tape to prove otherwise, that's what it is. But I'm excited to be at 52.
I do.
But no, I didn't ask you, but I was asking the people of the world, man. The people of the world.
Oh, okay.
Come on.
Lamont, Big Willie, how you feeling, man? We 52 episodes in.
Hey, man, I'm feeling good, man, but I'm just feeling like Maynard's over there sounding like T-Rump, bro, talking about roll back the tape when we know that's what he said. But it feels good, man. 52, man. I think, this whole thing has started out on an idea. Just, three black guys, just kind of, just kicking, as we used to say, the Willy Bobo. I mean, and we here, and I think we got, another 486 episodes in us, and after that, I'm going to have to renegotiate my contract.
Ooh, 480. How many years does that add up to be?
I don't really know. I just pulled it out of my behind, so we just going to go with that number and just kind of see what happens, man,
Maynard, what's your most favorite episode, your favorite episode so far? Mama Africa? Ramona Africa?
Yo,
Can we talk about that? Yeah, that's what can we take a few minutes to talk about the shit that we have, the episodes and the drama that we went through? Because listen, the Ramona Africa, which was a great episode, Lamont gave you the business over doing that episode. He did not want you to do that episode at all.
You're right. but you know what, though? No. Here's why I do have to give Maynard, a little shout out on that, is that I had an opportunity about a month ago. I went to a private screening for a documentary for, come on, Maynard, help me. Very nice lady, short, dreadlocks, lives in Philly.
Sonia Sanchez.
Sonia Sanchez, that's it. Very nice lady, and I knew maybe 40% of her story, but after I got through the documentary, I was introduced to Miss Sanchez, and I told her about our podcast, and that we did have a interview with Ramona Africa, and the whole room lit up. I mean, and you kind of got me some brownie points in that room that night. So, man, I got to give you like a W, because you're right. I was like, no. No. But you did good, man. So I appreciate that.
Oh gosh, thanks, Lamont.
Right. So I hope. Watch it. So
he said that for his dad. He didn't say that for you. For real.
that's what I'm saying. So I hope Papa Scales is listening. You see how I always compliment your son. You know what I'm saying? But it's really hard for him to kind of give that love back. You know what I mean? So we just got to figure that out. But again, you did good on that one, man. I really appreciate that.
Oh, gee, Willie, thanks, Lamont. You're smart. You're an excellent guy, man. Tell you what.
Man, what's your favorite episode so far?
Man, there have been lots of them, man. I think the Jamel Hill episode sticks out in my mind. That was good. We've discussed. There was a night that we recorded an episode where we started talking about pimping and preaching and the fine line between the two. And that was early. Like I want to say that was like 7 or 8 or something real early. And we discussed the Bible and slavery. And how slaves are supposed to mind their masters.
That was a bad episode.
No, whoa.
I thought you were going to say that was the worst episode that we have had.
Well, why was that bad? The Bible does tell the slaves to obey their masters.
This is Maynard's time.
Okay, but that's what the Bible says, though, right?
I plead the fifth.
Okay, the Holy Bible says slaves obey your masters. Let's have to do that one more time, man. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Slaves, obey your masters. And do so happily. Well,
yes.
And it's in Ephesians because you read this just 2 episodes back as well. I think you went back to it. Ephesians 5:6 or something like that.
That's your favorite episode when we talked about that?
I because it put you in such a space that you were just uncomfortable. You were disappointed. And then you came out both guns blasting. Unfortunately, you didn't hit anything. But you fired your load, though. I mean, you pow, 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 pow.
I don't know. I'm confused. Is it your favorite episode or is it not your favorite episode? I don't see how that could be your favorite episode.
Why not?
Why does it make your favorite episode? I would thought that Awesome 2 would have been your favorite episode because you were so geeked up and you hogged the conversation the entire time. Me and Lamont couldn't get a question in.
You were a little disrespectful on that one, man. A little disrespectful.
I love hip hop, baby. I am old school. I'm glad that they came on and write it both of y'all, let y'all understand just how important the old school is. And that, which, I don't want to get into it, but Lamont, you posted something on Facebook today about crossover records and making pop and then how to, and it goes right into what they were talking about, but that's a whole other thing.
So wait, Spud, hold on a second. Maynard.
That was a that.
Maynard. Wait. Maynard. Wait. I just want to make wait, Maynard. So are you saying that you took the time out of your busy schedule to read a post that I posted on Facebook?
Lamont, I read everything you put up, my dude.
I'm trying to make sure, Playboy. I mean, because
I read your page. I read your page religiously.
Okay, cool. Now,
when I get to the podcast, that's how I come at you so hard.
Okay, I just want to make sure that's what
48
you did,
laws
bro.
of power. I forget what law it is, but study your enemy.
Whoa, here we go. We just went back down the rabbit hole. I thought we came out of the hole. It looked like we right back in the rabbit hole, that is.
No homo, right?
Can we talk about the history of the graphics?
Oh.
But wait a minute, hold up, man. But before we get on graphics, what about my favorite episode? I don't get a favorite episode?
I thought it was Ramona Africa.
No, that was Maynard's favorite. That wasn't mine.
That wasn't my favorite. I
didn't even want to do Ramona Africa, but shout out to Ramona Africa. We really appreciate you. You know what I mean? Because you gave us a sprinkle. But no, that wasn't my favorite.
What was your favorite? Kara Motley?
On, man. No, shout out to Kara Motley. You know who was my favorite?
Sugar Ray.
The weed smoking black conservative dude that doesn't believe in Jesus. My man Carlos Dillard, bro.
That was your favorite episode?
Yo, we got to call Carlos, man. We got to get him on the phone, man.
Listen,
Carlos
man.
is hilarious, man.
Carlos almost got us kicked off of one of our platforms, bro. Remember he started talking about what he liked to do with his gay lovers and all of that? And he was very...
Whoa.
That's where Carlos was. You don't remember that episode?
Didn't he say his mama was hoeing or something?
Yes, he called his mama a hoe. Yes. So shout out to Carlos Dillard. He was the one. To me.
Can I ask y'all something a little bit more? Yeah, I just want to take it back to something more. How did y'all enjoy Thanksgiving? Because we talk about moms being hoes, and my blood pressure high right now.
But what does it have to do with my favorite episode, bro? I'm reminiscing right now. Like the turkey was good. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Honey Bakes. They make the little turkey rolls now. So that whole putting the bird in the oven for 4 hours, nobody does that anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like we Google around here and we order from Honey Baked Ham. We just get turkey instead.
You know what's funny? I'm glad you said that, man, about Thanksgiving because, bless my mom's heart and my aunt and, my cousin because, they cooked and they, slaved over the stove for 2 days and made a bomb Thanksgiving dinner. But I was like, we're not doing this no more. This is too much work. It's too much happening. It's too much, man. Let's order this. Let's do what Puffy did, right? Let's get some cooks and get the cooks in the kitchen and let the cooks do their thing. And let's enjoy each other's time. Let's eat and then let's party. All that 10 hours in the kitchen waiting for the turkey to get done. Kids all irritable because they ain't ate all day. Everybody done drank and ate up all the dang on, everybody done drank all the whiskey, all the beer, all the wine, ate up all the cakes and pies before the dinner's done because we not doing that no more. It's just too much, man. Too much happening. But we had a great Thanksgiving. I went to L.A., was in L.A., it was 90 degrees every day. Can't beat 90-degree weather. Had a great time. Saw the entire family. Maynard?
What about your Thanksgiving, Maynard? How did it go?
It was good. Thank you.
See, here we go. Maynard being Maynard again. How was your Thanksgiving, Maynard?
It was excellent. Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about it. The people that have been listening to this podcast for the past 51 weeks, they want to know how your Thanksgiving was. What did you have for dinner?
There was a jerk turkey that was supplied by a restaurant. That was interesting. It was good. Turkey wings, chicken and rice I made, which was good. I always make this chicken and rice dish, and some collard greens. Yams.
What kind of pork products? Any chitterlings?
Where I went to the home I went to go visit, they served chitlins, and I did not eat those. I don't eat those. But there was ham. A little ham jump off. Shout out to the Porky Pig.
The slew-footed beast.
Yes, Lamont, the slew.
I'm just trying to make sure that's what we're doing. Gotcha. Okay, go ahead, man.
Well, that was it. All the other stuff, potato salad and sweet potato pies and all that kind of stuff. That was all, it's all the standards, the mac and cheese, all that was there. Green beans, everything. And it was amazing. And I had Crown Royal XL.
Oh, wow. Always good to top off with your turkey. Yeah, that's big time.
What was the worst episode for you, Maynard?
I'm trying to think of which one that Lamont was on.
Jesus. You're going to hear from my lawyer in the morning. I need to renegotiate my contract.
You got 486 more before you can do that.
I forgot I did sign an agreement, right?
Right.
I signed an LL Cool J contract. That's right. Okay.
That's on
tape. Not the LL Cool J contract.
Come on, dude. He signed for 10 albums in 86 or 85.
I mean, he ain't know better, man. He ain't know no better.
Right. That's why Maynard got me to sign that contract for 500 plus episodes for 3 Black Guys with a Mic.
Hey, man. That was my job. I had to lock you in, baby.
All right, I'm locked in.
Yeah, the worst episode, or the episode that I like the least, all of them are my babies. I love all of them. I don't know how I could pick a worst episode, but I'm just glad that we are beyond the time where not everybody is going to make it episodes.
You want to say it again, man?
That was a shot.
No, I'm saying, right, you want to say it again? You want to say it again, man? Where are you going with this?
I'm glad that people are finally going to make it.
So are we going to make it, or is everybody else going to make it? I'm confused.
I think people are going to make it, and I know that we are going. I don't know. Are we going to make it? We got
No,
486.
no. People are not going to make it.
We're going to make 486.
Oh, episodes, absolutely. But I didn't know if you were talking about people in general. You know what I mean? Because I stand by, my statement. Everybody's not going to make it, Maynard.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? There are a lot of podcasts that have came and gone, and they didn't get to 52. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. But that don't mean that they didn't make it. That means they didn't make podcasting.
Okay,
they might have messed around and started selling popcorn or oranges on the corner or something. I don't know.
Okay, I'll take that.
Everybody got to stay in their lane, right? You know what I'm saying? If you ain't for this podcasting thing, I always thought that I was the type of dude that was a battle rapper. And then somebody showed me that I wasn't. And so I didn't make that, but I'm making this. And I challenge all battle rappers to come out and have podcasts as dope as ours.
Noriega did.
Damn it! I didn't need you to come out here and say that.
Shout out to Noriega. Yeah. Shout out to Drink Champs.
Drink Champs.
Joe Budden did.
Shout out to Joe.
I was about to say nobody's gonna give no Joe no love.
I love.
Listen, man. Listen. No. But that ain't Joey though. Let's be clear. Joey is first and foremost, he's a brother. So you always get a W for me on that. But Joey is special. Joey is touched. You know what I'm saying? And I said it to his face. I'll say it on his podcast. You know what I'm saying? Joey mad cool.
Didn't
but
you say you was outside of the CBS building and you saw him outside drinking wine or some shit?
Yo, dog. I was walking up 6th Avenue of Americas, right? The CBS building. I saw this dude. I didn't put two and two together till later on. I saw this guy sit on the ground on his cell phone with a bottle of wine. And I looked. Now, it didn't have a paper bag in it. It was just a bottle of wine. And he was literally sitting on the ground as people were walking over the brother. And I said, that's Joe Budden. And, of course, I had somewhere to be, like lunch or, I don't know, get coffee or whatever. And I just stepped right over like everybody else and kept it moving. You know what I'm saying? So, but God bless Joe Budden, man. You know what I'm saying? His kind of energy and what he brings to not only the podcast, but this whole hip-hop thing is very important. You know what I'm saying? So, it's not like a diss or a slight to the brother, but he's a little touched. You know what I'm saying? And we need that. So God bless him.
When Lamont shows love, it's always somehow like, yo, God bless him. He's stupid, but God bless him because he's all right. He's just
listen, man. Everybody needs a blessing. Like, I'm so glad that we are on this 52nd episode and we have not mentioned T-Rump's name, and it feels good, man. But you know what? He need a blessing too, bro.
You actually mentioned Donald Trump in the beginning.
Yeah, but I feel better because I did it and Maynard didn't do it, so it just makes me feel like I'm kind of one up on Maynard. So that's kind of what's important in that particular space. But everybody needs a blessing, man. That's real. Even the ones that ain't gonna make it, everybody needs that.
So you haven't looked in the show notes to see how many times I say it later, right?
I'm trying to beat you to the punch, Playboy. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get mine, if you don't mind, sir.
Okay.
So Spud, what was your favorite episode? You never told us that.
Right.
Hey, we know you the boss. We know you control this thing here, but what was your favorite episode?
444. That was just dynamic. It was just perfect timing.
Nice.
Yeah, 444 was.
Yeah, it was
just
good time.
new. It was just the timing was right. It was just fly because we had some real good substance to talk about. Lamont still didn't give up. Kettle won, but that's all right. He's still giving he's still giving that white man the dollar. He ain't giving Diddy his dollars.
Listen, man. Shout out to Kettle One. No GMO. I don't know what that means, but I saw it on the bottle and I was like, yeah. No GMO. I got to call somebody. I'm going to ask my wife, like, well, baby, what does that mean? But, Puffy juice, a.k.a. Ciroc, it probably got a GMO in it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't know what it means, but Kettle One don't have that.
Kettle One don't have that? No GMO?
No, sir. No GMO.
So you saying that Ciroc probably has it, but you don't know for sure.
Nah, on the real, shout out to to Ciroc because I have been in a situation where I had I think it was the apple. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a flavor dude, but it was pretty good. Like no juice, just a little bit on the rocks. I mean, it was a very sweet vodka. I'm not a sweet guy, so I mean, there's a lane for that, but that just ain't my thing, But God bless him. I told you, everybody get a blessing from me, man.
Yo, on the low, have you? You probably haven't, but have either of you tried the new French vanilla joint that's inspired by French Montana?
No, I ain't messing with Ciroc, man. And we already know what Lamont's answer is.
I mean, I like Frenchie, but nah. I mean, it probably tastes like ice cream or something. Like when I want to go in the vodka route, I don't want all of the sweet flavor. But again, we have a lot of women that listen to the podcast. You know what I'm saying? That might be their thing. It's kind of like a girly kind of drink. It's not, like the gasoline or the antifreeze that Maynard drinks. You know what I'm saying?
I drink man's drinks.
AKA antifreeze.
So before we go to a break, what's your most memorable moment? What's your most memorable podcast?
My most memorable? I got to be honest with you. I think I got to go back to Cara Motley, and I'm going to tell you why. Is because back when we kind of first started this thing, for me to hear because we joke and we have a lot of fun on here, man, but that was a very serious moment. You know what I mean? That, someone talked about, the losing of their child, her being able to help the community. I think that was at the moment when, we talked about this before, where we've had listen to the podcast, write in about how what we do does have value. You know what I mean? This is very meaningful to some people. And I think with the Cara Motley piece, that was like my wake up call that this is just more than just three brothers just kicking it, having fun. That what we do important. So again, shout out to Cara Motley. I think we came across her because she was like on CNN or something. Wasn't that one of those shows on CNN?
She was on your boy Van Jones, which I like Van Jones.
We gave Van Jones. We gave Van Jones the gas face. Though.
Listen, man, Van Jones. We saw the press release. He got a new show coming out on CNN 2018, 3 days a week. Blah blah blah. But shout out to Van Jones.
Some props, man. Get that brother some props.
He down with The Rock, so I mean, of course he kind of get a W because Jay kind of got a stamp on him. But I'm good on Van Jones. But again, back to Cara Motley. Shout out to her, man. She let me know that what we do is important, really important.
One of my favorite moments is when we most memorable moments is we got surprised when Professor Jason Nichols dropped a hot 16 bars for us, which was, I didn't know that the cat could rhyme like that, and he came with it. I mean, it was nice.
Can I say my most memorable?
Go ahead.
No, sir. No.
No,
go ahead. Why not? No, go ahead. Why not?
I want to tell y'all a story.
Let me tell you a story.
Yes. Maynard, you ready? You ready, Maynard?
How Spud became so fresh. I'm ready.
Exactly. Let's go.
Pregnant pause.
The month is July. I flew to Virginia.
Oh, no.
Oh, Jesus.
No.
Oh, Jesus.
In the midst of flying to Virginia, I was with my family. I said, you know what, Maynard? I'm in Virginia. We should do the podcast live in Virginia. He said, sure. Come on down and let's do the podcast. I drive down to Maynard to scoop him up. We go do the podcast. Needless to say, we didn't finish the podcast.
We
did
there was
not
something wrong with the water.
Podcast because there was something intoxicating about the water in the building. And needless to say, that is how you got the best of three black guys in a mic.
The only week that we didn't actually put one out.
The only week that we did not put a podcast out.
Have you destroyed that hard drive that it was stored on? Because that was.
I still got it.
So, ladies and gentlemen, since you had not had a chance to hear, some people actually did see a snippet as we tried to, in fact, as we tried to use Instagram Live as well and Facebook Live that day too. But it sounded something like this. You're Lamar. You're Lamar. No. But don't stop me. Don't stop me. I got something I want to say. What was I saying?
We were trying to go off on. That's when y'all were calling. That was the first time y'all called Mona Scott the devil.
So shout out.
Shout out to Mona Scott because she's
shout out. Yeah, she is the devil.
Mona Scott is she's a professional black manager. She out here managing Escape now. She got him 26 cities. Let that girl live, man. Anyway,
Whatever,
let's go to a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about Mase and Cam'ron. We're going to talk about John Conyers. The sexual allegations ain't going nobody's safe. Plus, we got the Cactus. Stay right there. You're listening to the 1-year anniversary of Three Black Guys with the Mic. Today is the day to treat yourself and not cheat yourself. I'm talking about Wendy's 4 for $4. We talk about getting yourself fresh food in your body, not frozen food, fresh food in your body. That is what it's all about. Eating good, eating juicy, eating healthy. Not all that frozen food. Putting all that frozen food in your body, not a good look for you. So, grab yourself a Wendy's 4 for $4. A choice of a junior bacon cheeseburger or a crispy chicken BLT. Plus 4-piece nuggets, small fry, and a drink. All for only $4. It's always fresh, never frozen, at a participating Wendy's for a limited time. Offer not valid in Alaska and Hawaii. Now, back to the show. All right, well, welcome back to Three Black Guys with the Mic. Cam'ron, Mase, Lamont. Who won?
Killer Cam, baby. Listen, man. Shout out to the Rev.
What?
Shout out to the what? Listen, man. Listen.
You're tripping.
Listen. How am I tripping?
Cam'ron.
Finish your thing.
Yo, dog. Y'all didn't listen to what he said? You didn't listen to his rhyme?
I listened to the rhymes.
Come on, man. He had a better track. His delivery was better. Listen, man. God rest his soul, but what's the preacher down in Atlanta that passed away with the tight shirt that was touching on? What? Well, I'm just saying, like, yo, what was his name, Maynard? Because Spud ain't gonna touch
Eddie
it.
Long.
Listen, Mase need to go back over there to New Birth, where Eddie Long was at one time, and do what he do, because
Was Mase over there?
I thought he was over there for a minute. No,
I thought he was with Creflo.
I thought it was Creflo too.
And which definitely means that you didn't listen to Cam's joint, because
here we go.
Because in the joint he shouted out Mase doing something strange.
He heard that, but I thought I saw a video where Mase, because at Eddie Long's church they had like a little symbol, like a little mermaid kind of symbol thingy, whatever, and I thought I saw it on a video where Mase was preaching. So, yes, I heard it, but I just thought that I saw that online. But again, I could be wrong, Maynard. You know what I'm saying? So,
people try to get money as many places they try to get money.
Yeah. I'm going with Cam. That's where I'm going all day.
Okay.
I gotta give Mase the dub. I mean, Mase, now we know why he's murdered Mase. I mean, I feel like he definitely murdered the track, especially for somebody who's like, I'm not really out here anymore. I'm just going to come out of essentially retirement, down from the pulpit, drop these on you real fast, and then I'm going to go ahead and disappear again for another 6, 7, 8 years. To me, the punchlines were definitely tighter. The facts he was dropping was like a whole other thing. And the fact that he took it back like, 20 years.
Right.
For 20 years, Cam, you've been, this type of cat. I'm sorry, man. I feel like Mase definitely, I feel like Mase murdered it. Spud, what do you think?
I got to give it to Mase. Mase murdered it. I'm sorry. I don't know what track you were listening to. Lamont.
I'm not doing nothing about hip hop. That's what it is.
I got a check from Cam. I'm just kidding. I didn't say that. I didn't say that was Kettle One talk. I didn't say that.
You didn't get a check from Cam?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, yeah, I did. So, but not for this. But again, I just think Cam'ron's record was better. This is me. And again, if I had to go,
you know, you're not a battle rapper guy though. You're a song guy.
Yes,
like
exactly. Yes,
but that's not what battle rap is, though, Lamont.
But listen, man. So if I don't like chitterlings, I don't like chitterlings, bro. Like you can't. I mean, it's what it is.
You know, you're becoming very predictable in these podcasts. White man's ice is colder. Santa Claus ain't real.
He's sure not. He's
sure real.
Nope, he's not.
Chitterlings are bad for you.
Of course.
It's all about clicks and views.
It's all about clicks and views.
Yep. And Donald Trump is winning.
486 more episodes of that?
Yes, and Donald Trump is winning because he's still the president.
I don't even understand how you even fixed your mouth to even say that Donald Trump is still winning.
Listen, you know why? Because he's showing us more and more every day how ignorant he is and how unqualified he is. And if I'm not mistaken,
how's that a win?
Because anytime you can go up and do what he's done and just be so ignorant about it, and he still has his job, it's just, in his mind, he's winning.
Yeah, in his mind, not in the rest of the world's mind. And so
of course
I don't understand
because we're saying we are saying he is insane. His base is insane. They're not sane.
Is that a rhyme?
So that's why.
Is that a battle? Is that a battle rhyme? Is that a battle rhyme?
I tried. I'm trying the best I can, but it's just, again, it's amazing how, you know, he's able to do what he does, a.k.a. Pocahontas.
Amazing is a different word from winning. Winning, nah. Amazing that he still has a job, that's amazing.
Right. He still has his job. He gets up and goes to work every day, and he's still the president of the United States of America.
How do you feel about him calling LeVar Ball an ungrateful fool?
Wait a minute, calling him a who?
An ungrateful fool.
Well, he really is ungrateful.
Ooh. Gosh.
Made it.
Now we see why he did not post last week's episode, and now we see why he's not going to post this week's episode.
Made it. What was that noise you made? Made it so. Well, first of all,
I'm just gonna mute my mic. Go ahead.
Well, first of all, let's be clear. Even though I hate to say this, LeVar Ball was 100% correct. I mean, in his interview and what he said about Donald and X, Y, and Z. But you know, he's ungrateful. He should understand that Donald saved his son from 5 to 10 years in jail.
Save him.
Well, we know he didn't, but in Donald's mind,
did he save the son or did he not save the son?
No. I'm right now. I'm playing the part of Donald Trump's base. So his base believes that he saved those 3 boys from UCLA.
Did we get acting classes? Did we miss it? Did we go listen, man.
We're in episode 52, bro. Listen. This is acting.
Oh, now I know why you're on the second Kettle One.
Yes. Why is that?
Because it's episode 52. You think this is the party episode?
Right, and it's no GMO, bro. Come on, man. Maynard is over there sipping on that whiskey, and he's taking in GMO. I need to look that up so I know what that means. Maynard?
Why am I the only one without a drink?
No, sir. Just just worry about what you doing over there, because you're reckless right now, but that's okay.
I got you. We're just having fun, bro. This is a happy time. I'm glad that we're here. I'm glad that we're still giving, you know, our listeners of this podcast 52 weeks, man. We good. You're right. We good.
Man, did you clear to chime in on LeVar Ball and Lamont saying that, I don't know if Lamont is on LeVar Ball's side or Donald Trump's side. We don't know from Lamont if Donald Trump saved LiAngelo or if he didn't save LiAngelo, or if LeVar Ball is ungrateful or if he's a buffoon or if he's not ungrateful. I'm lost on that one, so Maynard, I'll let you bring it on.
I don't know. There's an EPMD line that says, you know what I'm saying, basically it goes along the lines of, if you got 9 dumb friends, really is 9 broke friends, you're bound to be the 10th one. LeVar Ball is shooting at a dummy in Donald Trump. Donald Trump is shooting at a dummy in LeVar Ball. Both of them are trying to get clicks and views. Both of them are actually out here doing whatever they can to promote their own individual brands. What LeVar Ball wants to do is take attention away from the fact that his son Lonzo is out here averaging like some abysmal number of points and is actually being benched in games because it's going to disrupt the idea that he has some $400, $500 sneakers to sell. So, it's just a beef. I mean, imagine it, count back to 2000, 2001, and instead of it being LeVar Ball and Don Trump, just think of it as Ja Rule and 50 Cent.
Yeah. Maynard, John Conyers. Does he need to go?
John Conyers, we need a strategic exit. A strategic exit. We want to make certain.
Why, Maynard? Why are we throwing away our elders, bro? Why?
Let him breathe.
No, but he's getting ready to throw one of our elder statesmen in the trash, bro.
I mean, he's been in that seat for 36 years.
No, 50 years. Since
50
65,
years.
65, since 65.
50 years.
52 years.
Okay, go. Can Maynard breathe? Go ahead, Maynard.
We just need. I mean, he's 88. In 2018, it's time for him to run again. So he'll be 89, meaning that if he wins again, it's 91 years of age. Was he going to run again at 91, and 93, and then 95? It's time. Now, I have my own theories. I don't have a problem with John Conyers and this scenario where allegedly he settled this thing. But I will say these things. I lived in Detroit. Spud, you live in Detroit. Lamont, you're from Detroit and used to live in Detroit. And you live elsewhere now. That's what. But we know one thing: you can't drive down Jefferson Avenue without seeing what?
A liquor store?
Well,
chicken wing place?
There's an automotive dealership there.
Okay.
Conyers Ford. He and his brother Nathan started that dealership several years ago. I don't know, 30, 40 years. It was.
Actually, that's not accurate. There's no Conyers Ford.
What is it called?
Bob Maxey.
Is no more Conyers?
No.
Oh man. Well, okay. Whichever. But for lots of years.
Whoa, man. Whoa.
Slow down, Lamont. I ain't got to the good part, my dude.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
He's been a political force in the state of Michigan, the city of Detroit, forever. Michigan is a reliably Democratic. That seat has been a Democratic seat ever since he got in it. It's never been in anyone else. It's going to continue to be a Democratic seat. In all those years he has been in that seat, we haven't been able to get a new person moved in, a new Democrat moved in and working and moving around and getting it done. We aren't developing a bench. So yes, in that scenario, not discussing the settlement or whether or not he touched somebody or whatever. I don't know anything about that part. None of us have any details on that as of yet. But with that much being said, imagine had Jenny Granholm came down from being the governor, had with all his power and his might, because he's gotten other people in his family elected on name strength alone. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He should have been able to run for governor. Now, think of how different things had turned out had he been governor. And we know that this current Republican governor in Michigan essentially nullified the Detroit city vote by saying, I'm going to put an emergency manager in control. And if y'all don't like it, too bad. The emergency manager is telling the city council, y'all don't get to do anything no more. Y'all can say what y'all want. Y'all can do what y'all want. Y'all can act how y'all want. But it's up to me to make these decisions. And then an emergency manager decided to switch to water in Flint. Both of those cities have large African-American populations, and both of those cities got shammed. Both of those cities they took the short end. Actually, they took the long end of the stick, right up the old, you know what. And we needed John Conyers to be home handling that. Now the question is, what is the disadvantage of not having John Conyers in the Congress in those years and having a different Democrat in that same seat and John Conyers in the governor's mansion? He's only really one vote there in the Congress. It's one vote. It's always going to be a Democrat from Detroit. So what's the big deal? What's the consequence of not having John Conyers there?
It sounds to me as if, and I just want to make this clear. It sounds to me, and I don't think that you are saying this, but I just want to make it clear. It sounds to me as if you are saying he has to go based off of that. Am I right? But I don't think you're saying he has to go. This is the time to push him out because of the allegations.
What I'm really saying here right now is we need a strategic exit. We don't want to have him exit immediately. Therefore, that gives Snyder it could lead to, and I don't know all the wherewithal with this. It could lead to Snyder appointing someone, which means if he's a Republican, he would appoint another Republican to that seat, which is, that's not what we want. We want to put it in such a fashion that if an exit is happening, and let's be clear, he's 88, going on 89 years of age, and we need new blood. We know that Elizabeth Warren, we know that Tom Perez, that Hillary Clinton, that Donna Brazile, that so many other Democratic leaders have said we need new blood. He's 88. If there's not a story for used old blood in an 88-year-old man who has been at times worn pajamas to meetings and hearings, then I don't know what else there is. We need new blood, and that's not just him. That's even Nancy Pelosi, even Joe Biden. I said this about Hillary Clinton when Barack appointed her as Secretary of State. Like, yo, that was a sign to everyone else that sit down. This is Hillary's turn. Therefore, the bench is not being developed. People are sitting back waiting for the old guys, and they just keep waiting and waiting and waiting. And these guys just keep going back. So we need them to be prepared to exit like in August, so that a special election doesn't have to be called. And the seat being vacant for 2 months is not going to, create some kind of crisis in the state of Michigan or the city of Detroit.
The ball goes to you, Lamont.
No, well, what Maynard didn't do is he did not directly answer your question. Now,
that was his question. Does he need to go? I said we need a strategic exit.
No, what I think he said, and Spud, please help me. You said, was it that he needed to go because of the allegation? Is that what you said, Spud, or no?
Correct, yes.
You did not say anything about the allegation.
Come on, Maynard.
Well, we all know what we talking about.
No, you said John Conyers.
Maynard. So Maynard, let's stay on point, because we talked about on this podcast before about the pivot, which is what I think you're starting to become the king of, is that does John Conyers need to go because of the allegation? Yes or no?
Does John Conyers need to go because of the allegation? Yes or no?
I'm sorry. So you regurgitating what I'm saying? That's the question, bro. Come on, man. You're smart. What? Yeah.
No, I don't. I said that twice. I don't have anything to do with the allegation. I don't care about that. He needs to go for other reasons.
Stop. Slow down. Okay, fine. And that's, again, where me and you, we are in agreement, because my thing with John Conyers is that he does need to have a young dog in the wings. You know what I'm saying? He does need to have someone who is ready to take the ball when it's time for him to go, because you're right. My only thing is, I look at the other side of the aisle and I look at someone like, Roy Moore, who's just turned 70, and they just not giving him the ball. They like, come on in, come get this seat. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I just feel like sometimes we throw some of our elders away on this side of the aisle really, I don't say really quickly, but with the other side, it's like you can be 70 or 72 and just get started. Where somebody like John Conyers, I think what we say, he's 88 and he has to go in the trash. So, and that's my only thing. So I just feel like what I saw today with Al Franken. So you're
saying that he should be the 91-year-old representative?
Why not? Because I think Roy Moore, in his possible tenure, if he's 91 and can still hold his head up, yep, he will keep his seat. Yes. And I know we're talking about two different things in terms of congressional seat and a senator seat, but yes, yep, absolutely yes.
So can you tell me why? Because my question, why are we holding such reverence for him at this point? Not to say that he hasn't. Look, respect, truly respect. Yo, John Conyers.
Right. That's all I'm asking.
Hold on. He founded the Congressional Black Caucus. Respect. He introduced the concept that we should be asking for reparations. Respect. Give me, in the past 20 years, something that he accomplished that makes you say, for this reason alone, this is why he needs to be there. Don't go back 20 years. Go back 10 years.
No, I'm going to go back to yesterday. I just don't want to throw John Conyers in the trash because of what some situation that was like 27 grand came up and everybody like he has to go.
Yeah, but what Maynard's saying is that we're basically, even moving beyond the allegations, you have somebody in a seat that's not progressing at all or not doing anything while in the seat. There isn't anything that he's accomplishing, so you just have a body in the seat that's not doing anything. Regardless if he's old, and we're not trying to throw him in the trash. If you're 27 years old and you're not doing anything in the seat, or if you're Roy Moore, you're 70 years old, or if you're 52 years old, whatever, and you're not doing anything in the seat, and you're not accomplishing anything, you're not moving the needle forward, you dead weight.
But I think that's where me and Maynard are in agreement. I think, if the elder statesman is not producing, if that's the right term I can use, I got you. I need him to get some young gun up under his wing, show him the ropes so he can pass the ball. I'm with you on that, Maynard. But I don't want to throw him in the trash right now only because someone said he touched my shoulder. You know what I'm saying? Or the whole allegation of him showing up to, a congressional hearing in his pajamas. I'm not.
Or he walked in the room with his tighty whities.
Yeah, come on, man. I'm not. Listen, man. He's 88, bro. Like, come on, man. Like,
so that's to be expected.
Yeah, he might forget. 88? Come on, bro. He might.
So let me ask you this, Lamont. Let me ask you this. So if John Conyers was your lawyer, because that's essentially what he is. He's going to trial in the Congress on behalf of the people of Detroit and fighting for their rights. And so if he was your lawyer and he went to trial one day, and you up for some years. He came to trial one day in some pajamas. You not tossing him off your boat?
That's not fair, because the King of Pop went to court one time in his pajamas, bro. That's not fair. That's not fair. And he was the King of Pop, bro. Come on, man.
He did show up in some pajamas.
Yeah, man. Yeah, the girl is mine. Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Girl, I'm bad. Don't do me like that, man. Come on.
So Spud, now we know exactly who is the king of the pivot. I asked you a yes or no question.
You got me, man. You got me.
I asked
You got
a
me, baby.
yes or no question.
Listen, you got me. You got me. You got me, man. You got
Then
me.
answer the question. Are you ready to go be like, hey, yo, listen, Mr. Kanye, sir, God bless you. And because I know you like to give everybody a blessing. So God bless you, sir. And I appreciate everything that you've done so far. But see, this gentleman over here, Mr. Rosenberg, he's going to be handling it from here on out. So I want to ask you.
But Maynard, here's my only thing. And I'm with you. I just don't want it to be on this allegation, on this situation. If we can do it before or after this is gone, you're right. Let's move on. Let's get a young gun in the mix and let's roll. I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
I think it might be too late.
Okay.
Call you.
It's now time for the cactus of the week, ladies and gentlemen. This is where somebody has said something stupid and they have to choke on their words. We turn the microphone over to my man, Maynard. Maynard, who is getting the cactus of the week? Well, it might be John Conyers. Who is getting the cactus of the week this week?
Well, listen, man, I've tried desperately not to do this to this dude, man, because I started off giving him the cactus too frequently. But there's no depth. There's nothing unfathomable for the one that we call 45. Donald Trump has done amazingly stupid things on a regular basis. Almost each week he's been cactus worthy. In fact, he was up for honorary cactus. Essentially, let me back up. In honor of the Soul Train Awards and SWV with the Lifetime Achievement. That's Toni Braxton and her Lifetime Achievement Award. I want to give Donald Trump the Lifetime Cactus Award. He has had hits, several hits. And he decides too often to go into weird places and then just double down on the dumbest things. And today he goes in to speak with a group of Native American tribal leaders, particularly those people who were involved in World Wars I and II, where they were the code talkers of the Navajo tribe. They were instrumental in trying to help protect America during World War II, where they were able to talk in codes or talk in a language that the Japanese couldn't crack. And then he makes mention in front of these people to Elizabeth Honest. This is the most racially insensitive, sexually he's the most socially insensitive person to ever walk upright. In fact, I'm not certain that he came out and grew as a child to walk upright. I think he may only started walking upright probably around 16 or 17 years of age, because he is a Neanderthal. This guy is the worst person on earth when it comes to just social interaction. And as I did in the past couple of weeks, I want to give a cactus shout out to another person. The Soul Train Awards was whack. We didn't really do a recap of that, but it was absolutely horrible. Whoever named them awards, when they gave away 5 awards on TV in 2 hours, they deserve some cactus. But I really want to give the cactus to Tank. Dude, keep your freaking shirt on. I want to see that shit.
Hey man, you out of pocket, man. You out of pocket, bro.
I don't care that you working a Tank record right now. Nobody care. Nobody want to see Tank because he's been all in the gym trying to pump up so he can come on TV and make women swoon all over him, and he trying to act like some kind of big and bad person. I don't know. I just use swoon. I don't know what that means exactly. I'm pissed off at this because I ain't got muscles like that, Tank. I need you making me feel all inferior at home. I'm hating. Yeah, I'm hating. You look good in that damn muscles and shit.
No homo.
Tired of this bullshit. No homo. But it just makes me feel a little inferior. I went out earlier that night and played tennis for 4 hours, thinking like I'm getting my workout in. I'm gonna lose. Hold on, man.
Change up the exercise. Sorry.
Lose like 3 pounds because I've been playing tennis. I'm feeling good about myself. Came home, ate a salad, drank some water, and then this cat comes on all swollen, buffed up, looking like a young Arnold Schwarzenegger in chocolate. Tired of this bull.
And now
He
you
body
back.
shamed
And
me,
now
you know?
you're back drinking Crown Royal.
Hello.
Keep up on my diet already. Oh man. Hey yo, man. So
Lamont, did you watch the Soul Train Awards?
Yeah, I saw it, man. Yeah. I mean, what you want me to say?
well, where were the awards? Is my question. That's my question.
What you want me to say, bro?
I would like to say how you feel.
Well, first of all, let me clean up Maynard's mess. I'm saying because Tank has put many a biscuit on my plate. You know what I'm saying? From the first, plenty of biscuit. You know, from the first record he ever had. You know what I'm saying? When we was at Black Ground, while Leah was alive. No, Leah had just passed. You know, rest her soul. At Black Ground. You know what I'm saying? Through the years. So Tank is good people, man. That's family. So SWV, you know, I'm glad she got what it is that she got. You know, well, what they got. Excuse me, not she.
Yeah, she. It's just
Yeah,
one.
no.
Coco love.
No, my fault. No, that's what I'm saying. You know, because sometimes everybody focuses on Coco, but you know, what I did not know, and I heard this before, they had never been recognized in that type of platform. No awards of any kind. You know what I'm saying? And they have done work over the years, so tons of records. So I get it, and even Miss Braxton, you know, who had so oodles and oodles and oodles of records, but it just felt kind of. I would never say this about Erykah Badu, who also put some biscuits on this table over here, is that she shouldn't be the host, man. It just doesn't feel right. It's like it's too much. She's just too over the top. So, I mean, I wasn't happy with the whole presentation. I think, you know, black music needs something a little bit better, a little bit more classy, a little bit more upscale. You know, and I don't know if we're going to get it right now, but, you know, Soul Train ain't it. You know what I'm saying?
What's
but
the problem? Is it that, you know, they just don't have the budget?
I don't know, man. I just think, to be quite frank, it shouldn't be Soul Train. You know, rest his soul. But Don Cornelius is not here anymore. I think his vision of what Soul Train was about. Is Soul Train even on TV anymore?
Nah, but the well, be careful because the homie Kennard Gibbs is the CEO of Soul Train Music Holdings. I look the same way you don't want me to blast on Tank or some of the records that you working on. You know, Kennard is my dude. No.
Be clear. The brother is a friend to my household. Anybody know checks, but he know people in my house. He's called my house, so I know the brother. Good guy. But I just think, you know, the whole thing about Soul Train or the award show, it don't feel right. It's something ain't right. So I don't know. I don't know if it's money. I don't know if it's, I don't know. It just.
You know what's funny to me? You know, I'm sorry to cut you off, but you know, I have a bad habit of doing that. I don't get it. You know, like, I didn't feel, all the while I'm sitting there thinking, like, why is Soul Train giving out awards? Like, this makes no sense to me. Like, there's no parallel between Soul Train and music in a sense of video music of the certified award. Like, what is this? It's not like BET where it's like, well, at least, you know, back then where BET had like some music programming or whatever, or MTV where there's like a music outlet, you know. But to me, I'm just sitting here thinking like, what are you talking about video of the year? Like,
well, you know, I think also there's another issue, which is, you know, and they're all running through BET because that's the BET is the outlet. But there's the BET Hip Hop Awards and the BET Music Awards and the Soul Train Music Awards. And then there's the NAACP Image Awards. And there's how many award shows do we need? And if the more award shows you have, the cheaper each award is. That's basically like saying, yo, you know, I came in 12th place, mom. You're like, no, we first, second, third. That's it. If you fourth place, come on, man. Shit. We're not having that.
Y'all giving BBD the certified award? Like, what is
Well,
that?
we know what that was, man. Look, so BBD and SWV share what in common, y'all?
I don't know.
Management.
I don't know. You
Brooke Payne
Yeah.
manages
that's
them
right.
both.
That's right.
Right. So I'm just trying to figure out, did somebody make a purchase to make certain that BBD and SWV, 3 letters, 3 people, 1 manager, gets to be all on stage, much of the night? And God bless both groups, because I love both of them. But I mean,
like, how does Bruno Mars win Best R&B and Soul Artist over Chris Brown, The Weeknd, Bryson Tiller?
You want to know how?
Yeah, I would love to.
It's all about the ice, baby.
Yeah, but this is black people.
Bruno's a little different. We love Bruno. We know his heritage.
From Hawaii. He's from Hawaii. His ice would have to be colder. It's
because now
hot.
I'm really wondering, because Bruno Mars won a BET award and he won a Soul Train award.
I keep trying to tell you, because he has colder ice.
Bruno's music was hot. You can't front the cat.
Bruno's
came
music
out
was
with.
hot.
He came out.
Stop.
My dude, it was dope. You can't take that away from him. He came out with a banging album.
And why wasn't Cardi B nominated for Best New Artist?
Here we go. Here we go down that rabbit hole. Here we go.
I'll say this before we go. We out of here. I'll say this before we go. Who won? Did Jocelyn Hernandez really take it to Cardi B for real?
Oh,
you got that one, Playboy. You got it. That's you. You got that. That's you. That's you on that. You got that.
Yo, one last thing. So we starting a new year, even though this is still just the year of 2017, but our 2018 is starting next week, and we're going to be starting with a big interview, and I'm hoping that you guys will let me have just another second of your time to mention the Satoya Brown issue.
Our time? So that means we can leave, or are you just talking to the listeners?
Y'all can go. Let me just they came for me anyway. But
I'm sorry, Bobby Scales. I'm sorry. That's your new nickname for 2018, Bobby Scales. Go ahead.
Yo, but so everyone in the network, everyone who's listening to us, make sure that you check in on the Satoya Brown story. Satoya's story is, she was sold into prostitution at 13 years of age, and by time she turned 16 and been being a prostitute in the streets for several years in Nashville, Tennessee, she was kind of at the end of her rope. She was out working as a prostitute one night and went home with a white man, and she shot and killed him after thinking that he was trying to shoot and kill her. But at 16 years of age, she was sentenced basically to like life. Like she's, I can't remember exactly, but she was not going to be able to get parole until she's 69 years of age, which is like basically discarding a human being, just throwing her away. But Dan Berman created a documentary. He spent 6 years chronicling her story. It's called Me Facing Life, the Satoya Story. It's available on pbs.org through Independent Lens, and it's going to be playing this week. But we will spend some time talking to Dan Berman next week for the next episode of Three Black Guys with a Mic. He agreed to spend time with us. It's very interesting. But it got new legs and new life when Rihanna and Kim Kardashian started to speak about her story. And, we just think that, I think, and you guys can differ or what have you, that when you tell a 16-year-old child who's been raped, who's been beaten, who's on drugs, whose mother, who's given up for adoption, who was beaten by the adoptive parent, whose mother tried to commit suicide, whose grandfather committed suicide, et cetera, we tell her that at age 16, her life is of zero value. Our society is in a weird place. So I'm really excited for this, and I hope you guys get a chance, if you're not up on this, to do some research and go to pbs.org and look for the Independent Lens film series and look for Me Facing Life, Satoya Story.
We out, ladies and gentlemen. We truly appreciate you. Thank you so very much. Share this episode and share past episodes with your friends. Can we get some shout outs, please? Shout outs to Anita Randall, who's been with us since day one. Shout out to my auntie Tina in Maryland, who's been with us since day one. Shanae, all of my family in Baltimore who's been with us in day one. All of our fans in California, Virginia, New York, Chicago, Detroit, Italy, Germany, United Kingdom. What's the other guy? What's homeboy's name? What was his name? Chester?
My man Stacey Jenkins.
Stacey Jenkins. Shout out to Stacey Jenkins. Shout out
My
to
home-
Al for sponsoring Three Black Guys with the Mic from Wendy's for the last 52 episodes. Shout
Albert
out to
King.
Albert King.
Exquisite Reserve.
Exquisite Reserve. Shout
Tiffany
out to Touch
Pichet,
of
Bump
Beauty.
College.
Shout out to Touch of Beauty Hair Salon. Hair extensions. Bumpcology. Anybody else we missing? Shout out to Maynard's dad. Shout out to Lamont's mama.
The program director. You got to get a program
Shout out to
director.
the program director.
She knows who she is.
And everybody else who supported Three Black Guys with the mic for the last 52 episodes. We going up a notch in the next 52 episodes. We hope that you stay with us, share it, get down with us.
Tell us your favorite
ThreeBlackGuysWithTheMic.com. Tell us your favorite moments. Go to our Facebook page, ThreeBlackGuysWithTheMic.com, Facebook.com/ThreeBlackGuysWithTheMic. Shout out to my wife. She's been down with us since day one. I can't forget about her. And everybody else has been down with us since day one. Oh, what's that one girl who always goes off on Lamont? From your college, Maynard?
There's just one.
Oh, there's not just one.
You know what, dude? My new nickname is like Rodney. Okay, can we do that? That's my alias. Can we do that?
Rodney? Why Rodney?
Dangerfield.
Oh.
No respect.
Isn't her name Charmaine or something like that?
Oh, Charmaine Fryer. Shout out to Charmaine Fryer Robbins.
Shout out to Charmaine Fryer.
Cheryl Empress Brand.
Who's the girl that was on with us that time that went off on Maynard from your college?
No, she went off on Lamont. Tressa Hunley.
Oh, Tressa, yeah. Shout out to Tressa Hunley. Everybody else. I can keep going on. Shout out to Carlos Dillard.
Black Philadelphia.
Sugar Ray. Black Philadelphia. All the groups that we subscribe to or we just bogarted our way into.
Nah. We got love in the hip hop. All the hip hop groups that we in, the Black Electorate, the Blackonomics, a million people who love HBCUs, all that stuff. Open dialogue. Black people need to become conscious, all that.
Yeah. All right, y'all have a great week. We'll talk to you again next Tuesday for year 2 of Three Black Guys with the Mic.